You know him, even if you don't know his name. His impressive body of work takes more than one breath to list. Beetlejuice, Batman Returns, The Birdcage, A Little Princess, Joe vs. the Volcano, Edward Scissorhands, Wolf, The Lost Boys, Ghostbusters 2, Primary Colors, Thor, Men in Black, 1, 2, and 3, a series of unfortunate events. Just to name a few. But who is Robert W. Bo Welch III? Born in Yardley, Pennsylvania in 1951, he dreamed of designing buildings and eventually studied architecture at the University of Arizona. In 1976, he moved to Los Angeles to work as an architect, but found himself discouraged by the actuality of the profession. Been there. Welch felt that it should serve people and be the framework for a more cohesive kind of country, state, and town. But everything in the fabric of our physical world works to alienate and separate people from each other. He made his way into the film industry as a result of opportunity to design and pure old-fashioned location, location, location. It's like being in a military town. You become aware of everybody working in an industry that dominates the town. Starting out in the art department in the late 1970s, Welch quickly moved up, and by 1983 earned the title of production designer. In 1986, he shared an Oscar nomination, the first of 4 that he would receive, with John Michael Riva and Linda DeSena for Best Art Direction Set Direction for The Color Purple. While Bo Welch was working on The Lost Boys, Tim Burton stopped by the set and was so impressed with what he saw that he gave Welch an interview, during which he begged for the job because Beetlejuice blew my mind. Visually, the film was a blank slate, stating merely the words "interior afterlife" to describe a single element.
But I must express myself. If you don't let me gut out this house and make it my own, I will go insane and I will take you with me!
Welch wanted the visual aesthetic and set pieces to reflect how monotonous and everyday the afterlife could be. He equated it to being like waiting at the unemployment office.
You don't have an appointment, do you?
To begin to create the world of Beetlejuice for this low-budget endeavor, Welch drew inspiration not only from Tim Burton's character drawings, but also from German Expressionism. And certainly postmodern architecture. The dichotomy that he created in making the world of the living more distorted than that of the dead, and particularly when the two overlapped, with exaggerated shapes, forms, lighting, etc., is a style that Welch would incorporate into future projects on which he and Burton would collaborate, and has become synonymous with Burton's films. It was working on Beetlejuice that Bo Welch met his wife, the incredibly talented Catherine O'Hara, with whom he's been ever since. The two married in 1992. The films that would follow would continue to showcase incredibly stylized sets and locations. After this, you might want to check out our video essay, Edward Scissorhands, A Modern Fairy Tale for a Mundane World, for more on the production design of that film. For Batman Returns, his third collaboration with Tim Burton, Welch started with a cardboard model and looked at futurism, Art Deco, fascist sculptures, and machine-age art. He said of the process, "Unless you get scared, it's hard to get off the mark and do it. Until you get that one set design, or that one prop, or that one thing that reveals the rest of the movie to you, it's terrifying." He filled 8 sound stages at Warner Brothers, magically creating the illusion of massive spaces within the confine by creating sets that were pieces of rooms and spaces, and leaving the rest to the imagination. Giving a sense of grandeur and excess with the parts that the viewer can see lets their mind envision the rest of the space on the same colossal scale. What he conceived was a more refined, slick, and stylized Gotham, made up of exaggerated forms, openings, and elements. Extremely pitched rooftops, intense light and shadows, a perfect counterpart to its predecessor. It's a Gotham that still feels like it exists in the same world as Anton Furst, but it takes on more personality, becoming as overwhelming and as imposing as the crooked people running it. Throughout the 90s and 2000s, Bo Welch would continue to show his tremendous creativity and talent, designing immersive experiences in a variety of film typologies, time periods, and genres. Including Men in Black 1, 2, and 3, with their incredible mid-century, space-age style aesthetic. All of these culminated in his most recent work, Netflix's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Drawing from his past work and initial conversations with director Barry Sonnenfeld and author Daniel Handler, Welch takes us into a hyper-stylized world that actually looks like it's sprung from the pages of a book. Filming a new episode once every few weeks required a lot of decisive designing, fast-paced work, and building and tearing down sets. In addition to his work as a production designer on the series, Bo Welch also directed 5 episodes, and this wasn't his first time in the director's seat. Bo Welch's films made such an incredible impact over the years, not only on our childhoods and adulthoods, but on cinematic and pop culture history as well. The worlds, imagery, and styles that he's drawn upon and created perfectly encapsulate a sense of fantasy and wonderment, and sometimes a bit of darkness. With all of the magic he's brought to our lives, we eagerly await the next Bo Welch creation.